doesn't make you wanna leave, 'cause I look the other way for you. The kiss of Venus has got me lost. Welcome back to the Pajamas podcast. It's your boy Cole Tyndall. I am so regretful that I just said it's your boy, but we're committing, dude. I said that. That's what we're going with. We're committing. I wanted to take a minute and go over my day just because I'm super grateful for it. I'm super grateful for what's been able to go down today. I was able to hang out with my sweetest little nephew, man. Just my favorite dude in the whole wide world. And I guess less importantly, his parents, my sister, and my brother-in-law. And it was just the best time. And my mom, I guess. And they came over to my apartment and I got like a grill and, you know, really nice like outdoor and indoor seating for entertaining people. And so I invited them over and what do you know, they came over and we had some really good food and I got to grill and yeah, it was just nice to spend some time with everybody. But I don't know, I'm super in this moment just kind of thinking how grateful I am that I even have these people, you know what I'm saying? Like my little nephew, dude, like what a chiller, bro. Like and he can roll both sides. You know, he's got 4 teeth, killing it. And then we got my brother crushing it, got some new footage gigs, so he's like doing more than just his normal job as an officer. He's out here. He's you know, doing more, shooting gigs. And then you got me. I went to Atlanta. I went to South Carolina. I'm back in Minnesota. And then you got my sister, who is a full-time mom. And how many people get to say that? How many people get to say, I'm a full-time mom? That's all I do is I'm a full-time mom. I'm going to shut these curtains. It's going to take me 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. I always forget. It dampens the room way better. Okay. We'll just go with the one side. That should help. All right. Sorry about that. But yeah, dude, I'm just so proud of my sister and all the stuff that she's been able to accomplish. And I'm just happy that that my day had more people than just me. You know, I got today off my other job. So it was nice to just kind of commit to getting out of my shell and doing something more than the bare minimum. And I was just going to jump on Call of Duty. And you know what I said to myself? What would be more productive right now? And I think this would be. But yeah, I was really happy with the last podcast. It was cool to have Trev on. I hadn't had a new guest in a while. And that's something that I'm definitely trying to do more of. Like less of just like, you know, repeating certain guests. It's like, I think I've only had like 5 unique people, if that, on my podcast. And that's just like, I don't know. It's just not good enough for me yet. You know, 14 episodes in, I want to switch it up. I want each episode to be, you know, a good take, a new take. And I want to be like one of the first people in, you know, this kind of space of music that I'm in to have a podcast that can really reach multiple people, that can really be effective in a lot of ways. So I hope that I can do that. You know, it's what I'm trying to do more of. I don't want to be doing what everybody else is doing. I want to do me, man. I don't know. I want to do me better than I did me yesterday. That's for sure. It's a lot of words. There are a lot of words coming from me right now, but man, what else can I say? You know what? I have been working on a new song, and I'll actually play it here. A new song, and it was really tough to make, if I'm being completely honest with you, because it's really personal. I had this girl that I was talking to for a moment, and I don't know, it just wasn't going great. It wasn't going great. It was going, well, it was, how do I explain it? We went on this date and we got along really well, but it wasn't a situation where it was like, yo, we're going to go on more dates. Like it was really good, but it was like, there was just this feeling of that's probably the only one. And that's just such a bummer. But I like about, you know, the way that I make music is I'm always going to draw it off my life and be honest. And, you know, that's the only way that I can create. If I try to make a song that's just based on nothing, just comes out sounding like trash. So I feel like this song, although it was hard to write, although it was a sad reality to accept, there was just this girl and I just had to accept that we weren't right for each other. Like we got along really well. We had really good chemistry, but it was like on a foundational value. It's like, we're too different, you know, this wouldn't work. But I don't know. This song is kind of me accepting that. Let's play it. Let's listen to it. Let's enjoy it. Hopefully, I guess we'll see. And yeah, let me know what you think. But here's the song. Let's check it out. It's called Helpless as like a tentative name. Try to ignore you, but I feel so helpless. You got your own crib, you don't need nobody else's. Said what we said, but it's beside the point. I don't want nobody else but you. And if you open, I could fill the void. Maybe later, baby, you come through. And bring those lips with you, and bring those hips with you. Cause I've been spending half my day thinking
felt good
what
to
we
play
could
trumpet.
do.
I hadn't played in a while.
Forget the type, and it's different when I'm across from you. Tell me about your goals in life and what they costing you. Said you felt like you could tell me things. Tell me why my dreams been sneaky links 5'2" with Hispanic jeans. You don't want no titles, life been taxing. And I don't know what you gon' say, so I ain't asking. Try to ignore you,
Such a
but
hard
I
thing to
feel
accept.
so helpless. You got your own crib, you don't need nobody else's. Said what we said, but it's beside the point. I don't want nobody else but you. And if you open, I could fill the void. Maybe later, baby, you come through. Been trying to find my place in this world. What am I chasing? They all so basic. I thought that love was overrated. No one makes me feel the same as you, girl. I thought that I would never make it. Breathe the words into my lips and I can state it. Help me explain it. We could make us a cadence. Tell myself to be patient. Give you a love so sweet. Show you a heart so gracious. I follow your lead. I know the things we could be, but I'm just so afraid to say it. Try to ignore you, but I feel so helpless. You got your own crib, you don't need nobody else's. Said what we said, but it's beside the point. I don't want nobody else but you. And if you open, I can fill the void. Maybe later, baby, you come through.
Sick. That's so tight. I was proud of that. You know, the little like kill the reverb at the end and the trumpet comes in. So tight. So dark too, the tone. I haven't touched my trumpet in like a year and a half. I guess it still works, huh? And I wanna apologize in advance to everybody that saw me punch in the air. There was a fly that flew in when my family came in. Fly from my family freaking front door came in. This fly came in, dude, and it's in my face and it's all around my grill, and I just am not cool with that. But this song, man, said what we said, but it's beside the point. I don't want nobody else but you, dude. Like, me and this girl had like this crazy chemistry. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't want to be all weird, but like I was like talking with her. You know, we had dinner, we like walked around a little bit, and then we were hanging out in my car, and like just talking, right? Like not on some weird stuff, but like I could just tell that it would be cool to kiss her, and I did. And dude, this was a barn burner. Like this was like like fireworks in the sky type kiss, dude. And I don't know if that's like how all of her kisses have gone, but it's like certainly not how all of mine. It's not how all of mine have gone. So it was just like, for me, it was like this monumental moment. And you know, we like kept it low key, and she was like, yeah, you know, I don't know exactly what it is that, you know, I want, but like I'm pretty sure I'm not trying to like lock it down with anybody. And I think, you know, every guy that's heard that who's really into a girl, you know, somewhere in your head you're like, but if you do, like, I'd for sure be the guy, you know, or at least that's how I felt, right? And I sort of, you know, over the next couple days, like, I just noticed in like the way that we were communicating, it was just like, you know, there's nothing here probably beyond that one date. And there was a point where I just felt like, you know, I had to accept what I wanted, maybe not being reciprocated, and understand the reality of my situation, and be cool with that. So that's why I say, you know, I try to ignore you, but I feel so helpless, you know, like you don't need someone else, right? And we agreed that we are probably not good for each other, but it doesn't matter because like I still can't help what I feel. And so yeah, tough one to do, man. Tough song. I hope she like doesn't get all freaked out by it, because like I definitely, you know, like now it's all cool. Like it's just like, she's just some girl that, you know, I went on a date with. Not some girl, but like she's a girl I want to date with, and she's very special, and I'm sure, you know, that she made the right decision for her, and that's cool. But boy, it was a dagger of an emotion right away, and I'm glad at least that I made something out of it, you know. I think that was healthy of me to just not like shove that down, but to get some out, you know. So yeah, excuse me if I'm a little jumbled. When I don't have a guest, I get all loopy. That's the next song, man. I wonder why so many of my songs have like these sad, negative undertones. I think it's all right though. You know, it's like that's the kind of the way that I process. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm in a good mood, I don't usually like. I haven't typically like gone into making music. Normally, I'll feel my best when I'm spending time with my loved ones. So then, you know, I'm not you know in a studio. I'm out having dinner. I'm out, you know, with my boys on a patio. I'm chilling. Like it's not always like a studio type situation, but like, you know, songs like Sunshine, like Last Goodbye, Pockets, all songs that I've written in like good spaces, you know, Balance. Like there's a few. Comfortable. Okay, I'm just gonna list all my songs now. But, you know, it's when I'm really isolated and I'm like by myself for a really long time where I make songs like this. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, oh, this dude's hurting. Feel like, and that's a challenge, man. It's tough to have like so much negativity to draw on at times. But I mean, that's the way that I process. You know, sometimes it's just I gotta just let it out, let it loose. And I mean, I've tried not to shove things down. I found that to be really unhealthy in my life, so I'm glad I'm not doing that at least. Yeah, and I've been feeling really good lately. You know, like I had that podcast story and Trev. I was able to, you know, make some TikTok and like Instagram clips out of it, and I think that was pretty sick. You know, hopefully more people see it. This podcast, because, you know, the music is a way that I can, you know, capture feelings in a bottle, and YouTube is a way that I can, you know, really just I've found film that process. But the podcast for me is different because it's like this is like the in between. That's how it feels to me. This is the lines between the words on like a piece of paper. So I don't know. I want to do it more. Hopefully, you know, the small audience we got, I hope that you guys enjoy this podcast just because it's I don't know. It's something that will pop off with time and commitment. I just got to keep doing it. And I know that. And one of my favorite podcasters, Theo Von, man, I always think about this just because he is my favorite, actually, I should say. It's a stream of consciousness. Here's what's in my head type podcast. And he's funnier than, well, I think anybody, but definitely funnier than me. So, I mean, I think, you know, we got to know that. I'm not going to be, you know, making everybody laugh all the time, but I don't know. I hope that I give somebody some kind of redeeming quality to hold on to throughout the, throughout the thing. Talking to this other girl, you know, because we move on, and she kind of cool. Maybe take her on a date. Started talking to her while I was in Atlanta with the boys for this Holy Smoke Festival, and you know, she lives here though, you know, in Minnesota, and she's tight. I like her, so hopefully that works out. And if it doesn't, all good. But that's kind of been on my mind. I've been grilling a lot. When we were in Atlanta, Trev was like, "Yo, let's grill up some." There was a grill at the B&B. He's like, "Yo, let's grill up tonight after the festival." And I was like, "All right." And so then we got like chicken legs and, you know, like, you know, non-fuel charcoal, whatever, so we wouldn't have to buy a whole bunch of flammable stuff. And we just let it rip, dude. And it was so sick. It was like one of the greatest evenings I can think of in a while. And we just we went out on the patio and just chilled and talked. And I made some rice up because I make like a protein and some rice, and I'll cut it up and put it in the rice, and that's a meal for me most times. Actually, it's like my main thing. It's my go-to, I'd say. And so I was like, yeah, let's get some minute rice, and then we'll make some meat. And so then, you know, we made the chicken legs and a couple chicken breasts just because certain people preferred that. And it was just nice. It was nice. It was easy. And it was the same night that the Minnesota Rocker, our Call of Duty team, beat FaZe. So I was already freaking, you know, or they beat Empire that night. They beat Empire. So I'm just tweaking, right? And I'm geeked. I'm so excited. And then I'm having the greatest time with my boys. And then Trevor had brought down some cigars, and he was like, "Yo, you want to try a cigar?" And I was like, "I'm not sure." just because like I don't know, I've had people in my family that are addicted to like cigarettes, and so I didn't want necessarily to have that kind of habit. But I don't know. It seems like cigars are a little bit different. I know there's definitely like a way different approach with them being like, rolled in leaves instead of paper, and the amount of nicotine that are in them. And I guess to a degree, it's like I think people approach like smoking a cigar as more like having a drink with a friend or getting coffee or something. It's a slow little process where you can bond with somebody compared to, I don't know. I think people that smoke cigarettes a lot of times feel like it interrupts their daily life, whereas like a cigar, it's something that you look forward to appreciating with a loved one. So I don't know. I was like, yeah, let's check it out, see what it's about. I kind of enjoyed that. It was pretty nice, honestly, to just kind of chill and have a nice moment talking about music, just chilling my guys. And then afterward, we made a worship song, actually, which out of all things, like not saying that that's out of left field or something, but it's like I never made a worship song. It's like I've made The Way, but I wouldn't call it a worship song. That's more just like me saying, God, I need some help. But to make a song like that was kind of crazy. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe I can play that too. Look at me on the fly. As Crystalia would say, I'm Johnny on the spot. I'm on one right now. Okay. All right. Did I export it? Oh, yeah, I did. Oh, it's playing. I don't want it to play. Okay. All right. I want it to play, but I don't want it to play right now. Let's go to right here. It's short, but it's what I got so far. So here's that. Hopefully this works.
Who am I?
That's Trev.
Not yours. I don't know. You knew my name before my name was mine to know. Who am I if I'm not yours?
And Jorge did the drums on that.
I don't know. You knew my name before my name was mine to know.
Here's me here.
I'm just trying to find my way. Mama calling out of state. You hear me now?
Like Verizon. Heck yeah.
It's too much rain to light the flame. Same old patterns, new mistakes to kick around.
Ugh.
Life been out of my grip. I slip, clumsy walking, tripping on uneven ground.
Yep.
Sing my soul a key change, a refrain. Get my frozen heart a heat wave, hold me down.
Woo. And then some kind of like na 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 ooh, ooh. I haven't like sang all day, so my bad if I'm kind of pitchy. Na 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 na. Something cool, and that'll continue, and then we'll do another hook. But I don't know. That's what we got so far on that. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, how do I stop that? I wish I could stop it. Is there like a stop button? No, it's all good. Basically, I stop it right there. But yeah, not saying we're gonna release it, but it was fun to make it, and that's what happened that night. We made that, and it was tight. What else could I say? We went to South Carolina, and we flew back. We flew back to Minnesota from there because Trev had driven ATL to meet with us to go to the festival. It was only like a 4-hour drive, or 5.5, something like that. Like a not too bad of a drive. I think it's like 5 actually, 4.5, 5. Whatever. And then we flew in, and because it's like several thousand miles, so that took probably like 2 hours. But there were not like really very affordable flights back to MSP from Atlanta. So then we were like, what are we gonna do? And Trev was like, yo, just come back with me to South Carolina and fly out the next day. So we did that, and we flew out from South Carolina's airport, which was way better. And because Trev had to do some things for his work that day, the day that like one extra day, because it was Monday, we kind of bulled around and checked out Charleston, and dude, was that so tight or what? There was this place, Harkin in Charleston. I don't know if any of my listeners have been to Harkin, but that ricotta biscuit goes crazy, dog. I had that biscuit. I had like a quarter of it in the morning, gave a bite of it to Jorge, but no more because that's my biscuit. And then I had like a little bit later, and then I had the rest on the plane actually when we were flying back to Minnesota. So it was like a perfect. It was like there's like a journey me and this little biscuit. And dude, was it so fire. What else could be said? I enjoyed it so much. I enjoyed it so much. I really liked the history of Charleston. I really liked the history of Charleston a lot, actually. So there's a lot of things there that, they're unfortunate in their roots. There's a lot of things that are still there, that are still built from like slave times, sadly. But you look at these things and you respect the fact that it's part of our history, and you look at it and you remember it. Sucked, but it was cool to look at. Like it didn't suck as an experience, but like the reality of what they were there for is really sad. But we looked at those, and I was like, yo, let's check out this museum. There was a Gibbs Museum in Charleston, and we just at the Starbucks a little bit later in the day, me and Jorge just still chilling, waiting to meet up with Trev. And I was like, yo, we better check out this like some kind of museum, something we can look around, kind of understand the place, pay our respects to the city. And Jorge was like, bet. So we slide up to this place, and I'm like, yo, does it cost money? And she was like, yeah. Do you guys students? And I was like, my friend just recently graduated college. Does that count? So she gave one of us a student discount, and I was like, heck yeah. Because I was just like, I wasn't flirting with her, dude. But I was like very, I was smooth with it because I can't help it. And I don't know, I'm very friendly. So I was just like, yeah, maybe we can, get the little dealio. And she was like, yeah, for sure. So we did that, and I was tight. And it was like $10 a person. We got to look around. And there was this really cool exhibit with, like Revolutionary wartime stuff. There was another one that had stuff that was, more from the slave times, where there were like pieces of silver that were dated back to that time, like paintings and impressions that had been made, which were cool. And there was this one that they called the witchcraft exhibit, but it was actually more, to me, it was like it was related to, the time when there was like mass hysteria around witchcraft. Where it wasn't even necessarily like crazy witchcraft happening, but it was like everybody thought that was the deal. Like, I mean, if you guys have ever read like The Crucible or any of that stuff, like you kind of know what I'm talking about. Like the fear of witchcraft was almost a bigger topic than witchcraft itself. But anyways, there was like all these paintings that were from, Revelations, the book in the Bible with like, all the apocalyptic stuff where it's like, yo, this is what's going to happen in the end times. That was crazy. And, a lot of weird depictions of witchcraft, sadly. But it's like on the other side of the wall, there was all this like religious stuff where it was like, oh, but this is Jesus, and this is like these paintings that mean this, and this is this person getting, exercise, like not like dumbbells, but like EXCORCISED exercise. So that was tight. I just dug it. It was cool to at least see what, what's doing with certain time periods. You know what I'm saying? To like learn a little bit. I'm sure I'm saying like a lot. But it was cool to just learn, and even as someone who is a Christian by faith, I was like, is it weird if I go look at the witchcraft exhibit? And to me, it's like, nah, because like I believe in good and bad, I believe in all that, but it's like I'm not going to be afraid of anything, like it's okay for me to learn stuff. Doesn't mean I want to practice it. So I don't know, it's cool to see. It's cool to at least see some stuff. There weren't like any relics there, which I think would have been very creepy. It was just all like paintings and wall things, and you couldn't take pictures, and I wouldn't have, but there was a sign, so I just, removed that option from my brain. What else? What else could be said in this moment? We went to this dope brunch spot. Let's talk about that, dude. Okay, so we went to this place, and I asked Trev the name, and I looked him in the eye when he told me, and I still forgot it. But it was a place, and it was real, and I was there. And they have, like, 90s themed stuff. And so there's, like, Matchbox cars on the walls and, like, old school arcade games. But you go there to eat like a diner, and there's Connect 4 at the table. and they got catfish on the table, and there is a TV on the wall showing like Sonic highlights, but they should have been Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, and I'm sure they know that. But whatever, they're gonna show Sonic the Hedgehog, and it's like, all right, but you know you should be showing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, and I felt that like to my core. And they got all these smoothies that are fire, and they got superfoods in them, and that's just a word somebody made up one day. And then you got a bathroom, but I think that's just the law. And whatever, it was cool. I got a smash burger, and it was fine, but I was very happy with the decor. It seemed like something I would have done. So, by the transitive property, I enjoyed it. And I might be talking about the commutative property, but whatever. I enjoyed that. Nick sent me a snippet that me and Trev are definitely going to use. It's like that kind of like indie sort of worship type vibe. For sure going to get on that. Very excited about that. That was while we were in Charleston. And then we shot the podcast, dude. And that was so fire. And hey, how are we not talking about this? So I'm talking about this day in Charleston, right? The night before, Minnesota Rocker. No one cares about it, I'm sure. But they just won like a major tournament. Kind of like, I don't know if you follow golf, but my friend Noah was telling me this is how it goes in golf. And I don't watch golf, so I don't know this. But if you know golf, I'm trying to help you out. I'm trying to help you understand how there's like periods throughout the year where you like get points to compete at stuff. And there's brackets and stuff. This was that. Or at least that's how Call of Duty works. So like, there's like, hey, stage 1. Everybody's even playing field. You collect points for every win. They keep a match record. Boom. All right. And then there's a major. And in the major, it's like it's a bracket style system. Winner's bracket, loser's bracket. You lose in the winner's bracket. You go to loser's bracket. Lose in the loser's bracket. You lose. Winner of the loser's bracket plays against the winner of the winner's bracket, wins the major, gets a ton of points. And then throughout the year, as you accumulate these points, there's 5 of those majors. The top 8 teams go to finals. Minnesota Rocker, stage 5, dude. They came in the winner's bracket, but at the first stage. And they beat everybody. They beat everybody. They beat the best team first game, destroyed them, smoked them. Beat the team that won last year badly. Beat the team that won the last major that wasn't FaZe, which is the first team they beat. Toronto Ultra beat them badly. And then in the last game of the series, all right, and you play to like a best of whatever. So normally you play in a normal event like best of 5. So like they'll play like one kind of game, one kind of game, one kind of game. Those games are hard point, search and destroy, and control. And those are 3 games we don't have to talk about. But like there's just the kind of game to play in Call of Duty if you feel like looking into it. And you win, 3 of those matches, you win. And if not, they'll play another search and destroy and another hard point and then another search and destroy. So like 5 games total possible, best of 3 wins. In the majors though, in the last games, it's a best of 9. So it's that same kind of structure, but it goes to 9. And dude, when I tell you this is something that's never been done before, like that's some facts and you better hear me. So there is something called a reverse sweep. So if you were playing in a game of 3, it would like a best of 3 game, and the other team is up 2, and you then tie the series and then win the last game. So you win 3 games to win. That's called a reverse sweep. So you didn't sweep them, but you swept them after they were about to win. Minnesota did that in a best of 9 series. Oh, hold on. Memory card stop. We back. Gotcha. I caught ya. So the camera, not you guys. So dude, they win the last. So they lose 0-4. So the other team's got to win 1 game and they win the whole major. And that's Toronto Ultra. They win 5 games in a row. And those last 5 games, honestly, weren't even close. They murdered those dudes. Not really, but metaphorically, dude. I'm saying smashed them. They won. I was tweaking out. I was like, guys, you don't understand the significance of this. This is such a big deal. They won so badly. It's the single greatest moment of Call of Duty history. And Jorge was like, I don't care. And Trev was like, that's kind of cool, but I still don't understand. And I was like, but we have some kind of winning team in Minnesota, and is that not the tightest, dude? And that's how I felt, dude. And I'm still psyched. And I hope we win the championships. And I know no one cares about Call of Duty, but guess what, dude? I do. This is my podcast, the Pajamas podcast, and I'm comfortable with that. Oh boy! All right, man. I know I'm all out for some people, but I'm having a really good time. What else could we talk about? What else could be said? And I just love how my heat came on. My AC, just at the worst possible time, just in the background. I hate that. I really love Travis Thompson's new album. I don't know if you guys have heard of him before, but his music, he's a guy he's half white, half Navajo. And so his music, it's like really interesting. And he talks about, a lot of things that I would be interested to hear from somebody who may have grown up in, like from Native American roots. I know that, a lot of Native Americans sadly like drink a lot. Or that, people that do drink and have drinking problems, when it comes to like certain Native American cultures, it's where you see the worst of it. And so he mentions that a little bit in his music, or like kind of the side effects from that, or like, how that might, pass down to him and his life growing up, and how things are tough for him, and how he like, sometimes will use drugs, but like he knows it's not good, but it's like, it's something that helps him cope, dude. And his music's so honest, and that's like, I appreciate the authenticity in anybody's music all the time, but like the way that this guy does it is just so impressive, bro. I was so happy with it. Such an amazing album. Boulevard Boy, it's called. I loved it. There was one song on there. Well, there's 3 songs I really like. One's called Crossfaded, which is like an up-tempo, like kind of Kid Leroy banger, like Juice WRLD type banger song, like where it's like a heavy 808 drum for the kick, but it's like boom, 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 like where like that's like the part of the melody almost. And that was probably cringy, but whatever. I'm still confident. And the drums were so fire, and his mix is so clean with his voice. But basically, the song is like a banger. It's tight. And then he has like some like deeper rap cuts that are fire. I really like the song Odd Jobs. Oh my Lord, bro. Some of the hardest bars I have heard, especially out of the second guy on that song. I think it's Chris P. And if it's not, I'm sorry. And this fly is back. And I could throw hands with this fly right now, bro. You get on my grill and see what's up. I swear to, I'm not going to swear, but swear before no man, it says in the Bible, but you better watch yourself. The fly, again, not you guys. And bro, the guy says, put them on a bench they pressed, put them all on a bench. It's something like, put them all on a bench they pressed, they stressed better. I put them under cover and spray them like bedwetters, all right? So you get bench pressed, stress better, all right? Kind of a nice internal rhyme. Put them under cover and spray them like bedwetters, dude. Like a street crime vibe, but coming from a like, oh, people pee the bed type vibe also. Like, it's a double entendre. It's so sick, man. That song's crazy. And then, dude, the next one that I liked a lot was Parked Cars. And I love that song because it's like basically about like driving around with your friends and, like with a girl or something and just like vibing out. And like, that's like your date. There's not necessarily somewhere to go, but like you're just in the car chilling. And bro, Kyle's verse where he's like, life, damn, this girl is bad. Problems with her dad, but that's okay. Life can be a drag, but this jag is like a secret hideaway. Let's go somewhere up and out the way. She said like Calabasas. I said, yeah, like Calabasas. I mean, I was thinking more like Aspen, but forget it. And I just thought that was so, this is a funny line. Like, I don't know. I wonder if girls in Hollywood are like, yeah, somewhere far away. Like, I don't know, like Silicon Valley. Like, how far? Like, you mean like Anaheim? You're talking like Santa Monica, bro, Santa Clarita, San Diego, man, Oceanside. I know cities in California. What's up? I don't know. It's a funny bar. I wonder if I really hope I never meet a girl like that. That's like so out of touch that she's like me, myself, and I, and all these cities in California. That's all the stuff I know. Least favorite kind of person. Well, up there, not the least favorite. Boy. Oh, this fly, dude. I'm tweaking off this fly. I hate when there's stuff in my house that I don't want here. Really pushing it. You're really pushing it, fly. I have a magazine, an Esquire magazine, because I'm distinguished, sitting flat out. I'm ready to delete this fly. Won't even think twice about it. What do you guys listen to this podcast for? Honestly, I wonder. I like it, though. And if you like it, then I like it. And I hope that we can keep doing it. This is probably everything today. I got to keep a tradition. When I close, I say something I'm grateful for. What am I grateful for? Bam, here it is. I'm grateful for my little nephew. Most beautiful little boy. And he's healthy, and he can roll, and he's got 4 teeth. and me and him are on like an equal level when it comes to, like, self-confidence, I would say. And also when, like, body confidence, like in the way that we like flex our, we pose for the camera when people try to flick it up. We both know, certain ways to rock. If I'm not goofing around, man, I'll say, I just like holding him. And I just like that little baby. He smells good. They put baby oil in his hair. It smells real nice. And it's just cool to see that there's somebody in my life that, I'm like responsible for a little bit and to have done a good job so far. Because, I don't know, I was always afraid of like, how would I do if I got to take care of somebody? And seems like I'll be okay. Seems like I'll be all right. It seems like I'm doing a good job so far. I pick up that little baby and I'm gentle and I understand how to like, make sure you don't like set him down wrong, and support the head is a good rule. And also like, I make it so he's like doing ski jumps when he's laying on his back, and they might have done that with him before, but like not like me for sure. So it's like when he does it with me, I bet he's like, oh, this is the best kind, kind of like when you're like scratching dog's ears and it's like, that's the best kind, but I'm talking about a human person. And I think that's what I'm saying when I'm doing the ski jumps with his lad. I think he likes that. And sometimes, bro, I'll hold him and sometimes he'll cry. Sometimes I'll cry and I'll bounce him on my leg, and that's tight. And I just love my little nephew. And that's kind of probably my favorite thing in my world so far, other than like, all the other stuff. So that's what I'm grateful for today. I'm picking that one out, that one only. I appreciate everybody's support. I might not put this podcast out. I say it with all of them, but this is a good way for me to journal and like get stuff out of my brain that's just been in there and to process. So this has been helpful for me. Hopefully, if you're listening, it's helpful for you. I hope that you can be confident in yourself and that you can accept who it is that you are, and you know that you are a blessing to the world, and that as the VeggieTales say, God made you special and He loves you very much, and what, so do I. So I guess that's it for the Pajamas podcast today. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for listening to a couple new songs and just my time on this trip, and and for accepting me as I come, because that's what God does, and I appreciate you doing that too. So yeah, Pajamas podcast. I'm your host, Cole Tyndall. Have a good rest of your day. We'll catch you next time.
Yeah. They told me that I'd never make it. They told me I'd only break it if I went and faked it. And for a short time I did, but I started over quick. Now I'm going for the crown, watch me go and take it. Yeah. Time is of the essence, so don't go and waste a single second. You'll regret it when you know the taste of happiness from the shots you make. Go and take the jumper, even if the fourth quarter's at stake. I'm from a state of Mexico where it's rare to escape, but I'm the chosen one, like I'm Clark Kent with a cape. Almost gave up though until 100K came from anime ramen, but the surface barely been scraped. Yeah, I'll break into the game and shoot for Hall of Fame. These bench players acting different, but they all the same. It's such a shame, but that's how the cookie crumbles. But I'm never gonna fumble any dash in the game. Life is like a box of chocolates, but you gotta make a choice when you got the options. Proceed with caution, but don't overthink too much. Simply going for the clutch like a Kobe in the finals with the touch.
Where I'm going ain't the same as where I'm from. I keep my eyes to the sky till the kingdom come. When they say that I'ma make it, I swear it's my favorite. God bless, I'ma be someone. All that I dream when I close my eyes. Be just what I see when they open wide. When they say that I'ma make it, I swear it's my favorite. Got my eyes to the sky, my skin in the sun. Living what I lived, I'm surprised that I'm not talking reckless. You'll understand it when I break it down from my perspective. Walk in my shoes, it's rainwater seeping through the soles. I embody what arises with some pressure on the cold. I can feel I'm close, next to achieving all my goals. Like McGregor came from nothing, now I'm reaching for the gold. Every letter, legacy, what I'm etching in the stone. You'll never be up on top, and when you watching the throne, they can't hold me, I'm too focused. We talking trophies, then if my boy Kobe, I'm Shaq Diesel in the glass broken. Fast breaking, cause I'm never lacking focus. The way I run the game, I'm grabbing tickets, stacking tokens. I cut my vocals, soon come, they gon' be cutting the check. The way we ballin' on these shows, they got me cutting the neck. I'm never stressed if the rest never pay me respect. The only love I need from God and all the ones in my set. Where I'm going ain't the same as where I'm from. I keep my eyes to the sky till the kingdom come. When they say that I'ma make it, I swear it's my favorite. God bless, I'ma be someone. All that I dream when I close my eyes. Be just what I see when they open wide. When they say that I'ma make it, I swear it's my favorite. Got my eyes to the sky and my skin in the sunshine.